So welcome to part 2 of our 3-part series about your wedding priorities. Today we are going to dive deep into your personal experience and the experience of your guests on your wedding day so that we can ensure that your wedding is right for all of the right reasons. For the best uncensored wedding planning advice, you can cut through the crap and plan your day with ease. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you will be notified every Tuesday when we upload a new video. As a former wedding planner and a wedding day coordinating specialist, I have worked with couples to help them to avoid the unnecessary and swerve wasting time on things which are unimportant. And now it's your turn. As I explained in my last video, your wedding day is uniquely yours, and your wedding priorities ensure that you have set up the framework and the foundations to ensure that your wedding day is absolutely phenomenal. You need to ensure that you sit down with your spouse-to-be and go through what is really important to each of you. So the entire video is going to be focused on that. What we're going to dive into first is your wedding guests experience. When it comes to your guest experience for your wedding day, we have already created a video which is entitled, I think it's the 9 things that your guests will hate. And the video basically talks about everything that your guests will notice, from climate control, which is basically the temperature, to communication leading up to your wedding day, to whether or not you have a paid bar, everything that will impact on your guest experience. So do go and check out that video because it will save you a lot of time. And we're not going to go over everything again in this video for those of you who have already watched it. However, before you do that, what we recommend that you do as a couple is put yourselves in the position of guests. So take yourselves out of the roles of bride and groom and thinking about your wedding day from your perspective, and think about it as a guest. If you were arriving at your wedding day, how would you feel about what you have planned? Walk through your wedding day, visualize your wedding day as if you were them. And that will help you to outline exactly which parts of your wedding maybe need tweaking or adjusting, which parts you need to remove totally, and which parts you haven't thought about that you maybe need to add. So definitely outline the pros and the cons before you dive into anything else. Your personal experience is going to be broken down into 3 categories. Now, the 3 categories, or should I say the 3 goals that we have outlined, are the things that couples say to us whenever they enlist us for wedding day management services. We always ask, okay, what is your goal for your wedding? Like, on your day, how do you want to feel? What do you want to be able to do? What do you not want to have to worry about? And these 3 things are the things that we hear the most. Peace of mind is invaluable. You can't put a price on it. It is one of those things that you definitely want to aspire to having on your wedding day in whichever form has meaning to you, because your wedding day is unique to you and your spouse-to-be. If peace of mind is definitely something which you want, you don't want to be stressed out, anxious, or worried about anything on your day, we recommend that you delegate. You have to delegate. Now, whether that means getting in a wedding professional, which we would definitely suggest that you do. Obviously, we provide wedding day coordination services and we specialize specifically in wedding day coordination services. We would say that on your wedding day, you definitely need to delegate, but get used to delegating from the start of your wedding planning process. So throughout your entire journey, enlist the support of your bridal party, family members, friends. Get used to delegating and letting go of some of the responsibility. If you don't, you run the risk of getting to your wedding day or getting close to your wedding day, whether it's a month before or a week before, and feeling like you can't trust anybody to take on the mammoth task of ensuring that your day goes to plan. Now, peace of mind for us means that you get to switch off your mobile phone. It means you get to sit back. It means you get to relax. And it means you get to watch your day. Yes, this is our strapline. You get to watch your day unfold uninterrupted. Now, that is our aim for all of our couples, and that should be your aim for your wedding day if peace of mind is something that you want. If you are in charge of your wedding planning, delegate. Now, if you go to our website, you will also find 3 different services that we offer. The one that I would say go and have a look at the most is probably the Delegate service, because in the Delegate service, you can get a list of all of the different things that you will have to delegate for your wedding day, whether it's pre-wedding day or on your wedding day, to give you an idea of some of the responsibilities that you may be able to offload to other people. So definitely go and check that out. We factor in, and I have to laugh because it's one of those things where this is probably one of the requests or the goals that we get the least, but when we mention it to our couples, it's one of those ones that they're like, yes, we have to have that. So quiet time is moments of time that you're able to steal away on your wedding day for just you and your spouse to be, or you on your own. And it's really important within your timeline to factor in quiet time. Now, for us, when we're coordinating on behalf of couples and we're reviewing the timelines, we always factor in timeline immediately after the ceremony. We try and steal away the couple to a room, and I think I've got some pictures here. We steal away our couples so that they can have a quick drink, a few canapes, whatever it might be, on their own immediately after the ceremony. That gives you time and your guests time to gather, to have the group shot, the group photo. Your bridal party members can be responsible for gathering them all outside. And then when the photographer's ready to take that group shot, you can then come outside and take the snaps before you say hello to a few guests, and then are swept away by your photographer for your individual shots together. Quiet time is so important. We also factor in quiet time. We would suggest after cocktail hour has finished and you've been able to go and mingle with some of your guests, quiet time again, we hide away our couples so that we can then bring them into their wedding reception and announced as the newlyweds to all of their guests. But before we do that, we always have a first look. So you get to see your wedding space with no guests in there whatsoever. Definitely factor that in. So when it comes to quiet time and being able to take moments to breathe and step back from your wedding and reflect and kind of giggle with each other at the fact that you finally are married, make sure you go through your timeline and look at spots where you can steal away 5 or 10 minutes with just you two and nobody else around. Comment below and let us know which of these priorities stand out the most for you and your spouse to be. This is hands down probably, next to peace of mind, one of the main goals that we hear from our couples, and that's why these 3 have been listed. When we often ask, especially from if we have male couples or the groom, we'll always say, yeah, we just want to get to the party, just want to get to the drinks, the dancing, we want to enjoy time with our friends, we want the music to be amazing, we want the entertainment to be flowing. If your aim is to get to the party as quickly as possible and to just enjoy the day with your friends and your family members, then you need to again focus on your timeline. Making sure that you have your ceremony earlier on in the day rather than later on in the afternoon will mean that all of the wedding preparations are done hella early, makeup, hair, pictures, etc. Do all of that first, and then you can get to your wedding reception. And when you get to your wedding reception, keep your speeches to a minimum. So make sure that you pick key individuals to do speeches. We recommend only have maybe 3 or 4 speeches if you can. Your guests will whine out and zone out, and we've done a video on this, the things that your guests will not care about. The 14 things that your guests do not care about. Go and check out that video because we go in at length about speeches and different things like that in that video. If you want to get to the party as quickly as possible, make sure that you allocate in your timeline a huge chunk for the party and work backwards. So work from, okay, I want to be on the dance floor from 7 till 11. Nothing's going to stop me from getting on that dance floor between 7 and 11 p.m. And then you work backwards from there. So you'll allocate maybe an hour and a half for dinner. You'll allocate 30 minutes for speeches. You'll allocate 30 minutes for a civil ceremony, etc, etc, etc. But work in the other direction from the point which is of most importance to you, and ensure that you focus most of your time, energy, and your budget will focus mostly on that part of the wedding day which is important to you, so that the ambience, the atmosphere, the images are all absolutely fantastic and help you to remember that day when you're reflecting on it at a later point. So those are our personal experience priorities. They are super important. If you don't focus on any other wedding priorities, at a minimum, your personal experience and the experience of your spouse-to-be is of utmost importance. So make sure that you sit down and you discuss what is important to both of you. Be completely honest and transparent and open so that you can know exactly how you should move forward with your wedding. Now, this is applicable if you are at the beginning of your wedding journey or you are in the middle of your wedding journey. If you haven't already had that conversation, make sure that you do. It is definitely one of those things which gets overlooked but can make a huge difference to the experience of your day. Now you know exactly what you should be focusing on for your personal experience and also the personal experience of your wedding guests. To summarize, For your wedding guests, check out the videos that we have done on the 14 things that your guests do not give a flying toot about, and also the 9 things, I think it's the 9 things that your guests will hate. Both of those videos will help you to outline the experiences that you want to swerve for your guests and how you can avoid those. In addition to that, put yourself in the shoes of guests. So imagine yourself at other people's weddings, or think back to when you've attended other people's weddings and events and the things that you experienced which you loved and the things that you didn't like, to help you to again look at your own wedding and see which parts of your elements may have a negative impact on your wedding guest experience. More importantly than your guests though, this wedding is all about you. And as we have said, when we speak with our couples, the 3 goals that they generally have for their wedding are: 1, peace of mind. If that is your goal, delegate. 2, quiet time. So important. Factor it into your timeline and carve moments out for you and your spouse to sit back, take stock, and reflect on your day, to jump back into it, re-energized and ready to go. And number 3, to get the party started. Now, if this is a priority for you, then you need to make sure that you work backwards on your timeline. Decide how much time you want to spend on the dance floor. Prioritize the amount of money that you spend on things like your DJ and the actual dance floor and the lighting to set the mood and the stage for that element of your wedding, and work backwards on your timeline to ensure that you can make sure you maximize the time that you have in getting the party going and enjoying it for the rest of the evening. If you want to join a wedding community of wedding planning couples just like you, we have started a secret society where we're going to be sharing up-to-date wedding planning advice to help you navigate this sometimes tricky space. So to join the Facebook group, make sure that you go to the description box and hit the link below so that you can be notified as soon as we launch and get involved in the conversations and the free support that we'll be providing along your wedding planning journey. Check out these videos next on your wedding style priorities, and also the priorities that you need to take into consideration when looking for the perfect wedding venue. If you liked this video, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe and share this with other wedding planning couples on their wedding planning journeys.